Hello, welcome to the 14th day of September 2025. My name is Kurt, and this is my daily Good Life meditation, a video exercise live that I do every morning at around 5:30 a.m. to remember my life objectives and principles, those which are outlined in my book, Going Alone, which you can read for free at goingalone.org. I also use this time to think about the last 24 hours and how of any noteworthy challenges or opportunities I encountered, and how I handled them well or poorly. The stuff in between I'm not so worried about, but the exceptionally well-handled issues and the poorly handled issues, those are where the learning opportunities are. I think about my life objectives and principles, and I prepare for the coming day. But first, let me say hello to the new subscribers to the channel. It's nice to see a new batch of you. I'm Kurt, a 61-year-old American, married to my Japanese 61-year-old wife, who we both live here in the Valley of Tea, here in Shizuoka Prefecture, on the outskirts of Shizuoka City, here in central Japan. We've been retired and underway in this new life for about 8 months now. We're going on 9 months now for me. Still transitioning, still learning as we go. I'm glad to have you here. I'm particularly grateful for my YouTube supporters as well, the members, and of course my supporters over on Patreon. Thank you so much. And just a heads up, I do talk about sensitive subjects in this video. This is a video diary after all, so I have latitude to talk about any subject I want for as long as I want. So I do, and I will reliably talk about subjects like death, but I sometimes bring up other subjects as well that make people, that reliably make people, if not uncomfortable, at least it causes them to send me an email. So just heads up. I do make two reliable videos every day. The first reliable video is this video at 5:30 a.m. Japan time every morning. The second reliable video is a video upload in the series, a daily video upload in the daily series titled Retiring in Japan, which I upload just around the same time. So usually new subscribers, you'll see those two videos appear in your feed daily. The Retiring in Japan video is the ongoing chronicle of the day-to-day experience of adjusting to a new life here in Japan, whereas this video, as I mentioned before, is my diary. All right, with that, let's get started. And I do read and respond to comments, but I wait until I'm done to do that. First, the last 24 hours. Yesterday, and the only note I have here was a very quiet day. Yesterday, I was recovering a little bit from the extraordinary adventure that my wife Yumiko and my sister-in-law Yoko and I had on Friday. We had a heck of a time in the Mishima, Japan, just having all kinds of fun, which was captured in yesterday's video, Retiring in Japan video for the 13th day of September. Check that out if you want. It's a good video, if I do say so myself, and I did. So yesterday, all three of us spent the day recovering of a sort. It was a stormy day, lots of rain, so I sat in here with my dog and my guitar and watched a couple of movies. I watched Linda, Japanese movie, and I'm watching another movie now called The Woman in the Sand Dunes, or Woman in the Dunes. It's very good, very interesting movie. An old movie from 1964, black and white. Both of which are available on YouTube. Linda is especially good. It was like just a heartfelt snapshot of Japanese high school life from 2004, and then of course Women of the Dunes is more kind of a horror film from the 60s, but very poignant or very powerful in its social commentary. So I didn't have much to say yesterday in terms of ambush or anything like that. It's hard to get ambushed by life when you remain here, although if you don't get out, that fact of not getting out can become a trap of sorts, right? Thinking of the woman in the dunes trapped in her home by the sand. Okay, now all I got to say for that. As for my creed consists of 8 objectives and 35 principles. The 8 objectives are to be always ready to die, to make good and effective use of my time, to develop and maintain my life principles, to cultivate good emotional reactions, to perform good actions relative to my values, to recognize my true limits and my true opportunities, to do just one thing at a time and do that thing slowly, deliberately, and carefully, and lastly, to keep my balance. And I'll read one principle from the book. Today I'm going to read the Great Life Adventure, which I placed immediately after the Path of Wildness. And you can find the Great Life Adventure in the hardbound edition on page 268. It's right there. But like I said, I put this principle, the Great Life Adventure, immediately after the Path of Wildness, because those who trod upon the Path of Wildness are those who can more easily and more readily have a Great Life Adventure to add to their catalog of life experience. A very worthwhile thing. And I have a quote here from Dr. Johnson. He who continues the same course of life in the same place will have little to tell. Now it's interesting that Dr. Johnson wrote those words because he's also a man who spent nearly his entire life in London. Although, granted, he did also write that the man who tires of London tires of life. So maybe he thought that the London of the 17th century was enough of a cosmopolitan microcosm as to exclude the rest of the world. You can get it all there. I'm sure that's exactly how Dr. Johnson thought of it. But anyway, an interesting reminder from Dr. Johnson to get out. Although Emerson, of course, would remind us on the converse side, on the flip side, that traveling is a fool's paradise, right? But each of these opinions can be reconciled in the more considered context of travel, right? It's not that travel itself is a fool's paradise. It's a fool's paradise only if we imbue our anticipation and our hopes of gaining something unrealistic from travel itself. Let me go ahead and read that part. The Great Life Adventure. Embark when you are young upon that beckoning dream and adventure. Let it be the centerpiece and point of reference for the man or woman who you will become. Let the experience inform and guide your active philosophy, as well as the development of your own living objectives, principles, and standards. A life that contains a great life adventure will be rich by virtue of that fact, and also will have a centerpiece, so to speak, something to put on their coffee table of life to reference back and say, that was me. I did that thing, that experience, whatever it was mine. All right, next 24 hours. Today should be another quiet day, but it's going to be a hot one. Apparently the temperature is going to rise 6 degrees. It's going to be 36 degrees today. Oh, I don't know. That's going to wipe me out because I'm going the whole summer without air conditioning. Maybe Miko and I can slip away to the mountains. You know, today would be a good day to go to the mountains, maybe. The rivers will be full, but we could wander around a little bit. I don't know, I'm not quite up to it. Still weak from the day before. Quick temperature check, 24 degrees and 89% humidity. 24 degrees and 89%. Woo! I'm getting weak just imagining the day. Hello, Bruce Gill. Konnichiwa to my, Bruce says to me, hello to you. Hello, Julie. Good afternoon to you. Hello, Francesco. There's Tim. Tim says weather check for the UK at 9:36 p.m., 10.6 C, and 85%. Humidity, sunshine, and very heavy showers. Storm warning for late Sunday and Monday. Wow, watch out. Be careful, Tim. Julie says, yes, you have to balance the activities out of the house and then home and resting. I found that my tolerance has gotten shorter over the years, so I just have many cycles of activity and rest. A very sober reflection and observation, Julie. Thank you very much. One that I really appreciate your feedback, everybody's feedback, because it helps me to realize that what I'm finding, for example, that I can't exert myself like I once was without giving myself like a day or two of recovery, is just normal and part and parcel for this stage of life. Julie says, so I have a collection of chores I can do while taking it easy. Yeah, that's right. You did say you were the type that can't really take it easy, like just sit and do nothing. I think you said that before, and I'm like that too. That's a good idea to have a collection of activities, chores in your case, that you can do while resting, so to speak. Julie says, instead of doing things like answering emails in the morning, I save that for later when I'm tired. But I don't know that I could do that because I need my mind to answer email. My body and mind seem to go down as one. Tim adds that temperature will be dropping to around 7°C tonight, coldest since last spring. Summer has long gone. Wow, good. That sounds good. I'm eager for that myself, Tim. All right, well, I made it to the end. It's a short one today. Like I said, I'm wiped out, so I'll finish for now. Go inside, try to finish the upload of the Retiring in Japan episode for today. Get on to responding to comments, kind of like Julie was saying, answer email, etc. And then buckle up for what's going to be a hot one. I wish you all the best, everybody. Evelyn, if you see this, we're thinking of you, wishing you all the best. Robert, sorry we didn't see you as well. And Okoyama Ray, others, other regulars. It's good wishing you all well. Thank you, Tim. Have a great Sunday yourself. Bye-bye.